to start the pre-match press conference of the Hero Super Cup final between Bengaluru FC and Odisha FC. Welcome to all our friends from the media and welcome to the two teams. Bengaluru FC is represented by head coach Mr. Simon Grayson and captain Sunil Chetri, and Odisha FC is represented by head coach Clifford Miranda and captain Victor Rodriguez. Big welcome to all of you and to everyone from the media. We'll start with a question for each of the people on the podium and then we'll move on to questions from the media. So we'll start with AFC coach Mr. Grayson. Coach, third final of the season for your team. How are you approaching this match?
Look, we've got to another final, and like the previous finals, we want to try and win it. You go into competitions, making sure that you do the best that you can, with an ultimate aim of to win them competitions. We were obviously disappointed to lose the ISL final on penalties after such a great run. But we mentioned after the game that we've still got one more competition still to play, the Super Cup. Let's go and try and win that. Ultimately, we know it's going to be a real tough game for us. But again, a great achievement, but we want to achieve even more things.
Next question was Sunil Chetri. Obviously, you have an experienced squad, won a lot of competitions in the past as well. How much do you think that experience will count in tomorrow's game?
I can't quantify exactly how much it is, but yes, we are very happy that we have a lot of boys who have the kind of experience of being on big stages. It really helps, especially when we look back December. I think one of the reasons why we could come back was also the characters we have in the dressing room. So yes, it does help, but it's just a final, it's different. We should use as much experience as possible, as much recovery as possible after the last semi-finals, and then go and apply ourselves properly. Once the game starts, it's exactly what we do in the 90 minutes that's going to count.
My next question for Odisha FC coach, Mr. Clifford Miranda. Coach, obviously, this is the first ever final for your club. How big an event is this?
To be honest, we don't approach this in the sense that you talk about that it's the first one for the club. For us, to be honest, is another game in this tournament, and this is the way how we approach it. For the fans, for the people outside, for the owners, and for all the football aficionados, maybe it could be the first time that Odisha is playing a final. But for us, it's just another game. Just another game where we have to do all the right things that what we have been doing up till now, and even also against a very, very good and a solid opponent.
Victor, my next question for you. Obviously, winning the Hero Super Cup gives you a chance to play in the AFC Cup next season. So, with that in mind, how much are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, it's important for us. We are here enjoying the moment and enjoying this time to play together, and obviously we know we have a big match tomorrow, and hopefully we can win and we can continue our experience with Odisha. I think it's very important this game, but that coach said it's just one game only.
We'll take questions from the media. Please raise your hands.
Good morning. First question is to Simon. Congratulations on your third final. You must be pretty used to playing in finals in India after coming to India. Simon, this is your first Super Cup. From what you've seen, what do you think of the quality of the tournament so far? And you have played against you've seen the I-League clubs as well. So your thoughts on the I-League clubs and the tournament in general so far?
Well, I think the tournament has been a good tournament, and teams have approached it in a different manner. You've seen Mumbai already qualified for the AFC, so they played an all-Indian team every game. Ourselves have been very strong, Odisha have been very strong, because we all want to win this tournament, and we also know what's at the end of it if you potentially can get through Dockland in the playoff game as well. I think the teams that have played it from the I-League have been a credit to the I-League. I think never once in the 2 games that we played them 2 teams did we underestimate them. And we had really tough games against both teams, and I'm sure all of the ISL teams approached the game in the same manner as we did. So it just shows you that there are some good players and good teams in the I-League, and obviously Punjab Round Glass will be in the ISL next year, and coupled with a promotion and relegation next year, I think, then it gives the incentive for the I-League teams to get better and stronger. So yeah, I think the tournament has been a success in many ways. I think the tournament also has been had a few issues as well, which is sometimes happens with a lot of tournaments around the world. But overall, we're pleased to be in this tournament and at this stage of the tournament.
Next question, please raise your hand. You have raised your hands, yes, please.
Coach Simon, a lot of your games have gone to extra time in the ISL. What do you think will be the edge if something like that happens tomorrow as well? What do you think you've learned from the experience of playing extra time and penalties in the ISL?
Well, I think if you speak to opposite coach, they'll be hoping to win in 90 minutes as we will as well. The heat has played a big part in this competition, definitely for every team that's been involved. We will be trying to win in 90 minutes, and so will Odisha. We approach that problem as you go along. I think as coaches, you have to make sure that you have one eye on the extra time situation with your substitutions and how you play the game. But I think, as I said before, that both teams will be trying to win in 90 minutes. But if it has to go to extra time, both teams will be prepared in the right manner. Sometimes a bit of luck here and there can win you more football matches in extra time or normal time.
Sunil, you won the Super Cup in 2018. It was the first edition. Do you have any memories you want to share from that one?
Yeah, happy memories because I think we were in a similar kind of situation where we had lost the ISL finals on the last day against Chennai, and then we went to the Super Cup. It's not easy, especially when you have lost on the last day of the ISL. We were in the same situation here, and I think it wasn't easy, but finally we have come to the last stage. I hope we can do the same and get the same kind of feeling that we got when we played the first edition. It's not going to be easy. It's never done, but because you're asking me about a feeling, we feel the same as what we were feeling before the finals when we were playing East Bengal then. And I hope we can have the same feeling that we got after we played East Bengal then.
Coach Clifford, you've seen a couple of comebacks in the last 2 matches for Odisha after going down early. What do you think has been the key in the team's fighting spirit?
It's the space of the team, and it's not just in the cup. It's been since the time December, and started playing in the ISL as well. It's the togetherness that these players have. We have some very good players. We have some very good young players. We have some very good foreigners. But what keeps us together? And I must give credit to this bunch of players. One of the best I have worked with, not just in terms of quality, but in terms of the spirit and togetherness that they bring to the team, the inclusiveness of everyone. Not having one upmanship on anyone, but being together is one of the keys, I believe, for the team to keep going, keep fighting. Of course, the result can go either way. We finish 6th, but then that doesn't mean that shows nothing as to what our real ability in terms of our mental strength is. So I think is the togetherness, is the fighting spirit, is the urgency and is the urge to win something and do something together that has brought this team to a very good moment.
And Victor, you've been a very important player for Odisha in the attack in the Super Cup. Tell us more about your connection with Diego, with Nanda and Jenny. How have you combined on the pitch?
No, always is happy. No? I'm happy because it's easy if you can play with great players. Always it's easier to show you the best performance, and I'm so happy to play with you, to play with Nanda. Obviously, is coming Pedro, and I think for Odisha the most important is the team. We are working together since Clifford started very hard for this moment, for enjoying this moment, and I am so happy to be here to enjoy with all of us, and hopefully we can do a great game.
Well, my question is to Clifford. So when you came here, what were your expectations, and how do you look ahead to the final against an experienced team like Bengaluru, who has played a lot of finals this year? So how are you going to approach the final, and what were your expectations?
The expectation, I'll answer the expectation is of course to win.
When you came here, that was the target. Yes.
When we came here, when the groups were drawn, and we had a look at the group. To be honest, with all due respect, the two teams that in a group were one with Hyderabad and the other Northeast, not easy opponents, and then of course Aizwal former ILE champions. But if you had to just go back, and history helps no one, history helps no one. But if you had to just go back and see, we were the better teams in the league compared to when we played against these teams. But like I said, history helps no one. So is one factor that we could talk to each other, talk to my players that hey, look, okay, we are not in the best moment because the coaches appointed, some coaches gone and new coaches appointed, but then we are in the best moment. So it's one thing that we could get together to find confidence in ourselves, And then of course when we came here, it's never easy to play in this heat, to travel from the hotel to the, by no means any excuses, but we worked as a team. Like the biggest example is when they appointed me as the coach. I had players. I had Victor, the captain, Carlos, the Indian players. They came together and said, "Okay, we will do it. It doesn't matter." Because I was a bit apprehensive. Because when you change the coach suddenly, when the club has its reasons, and we need to respect the system of the club. When you change the coach in the middle of the season, and then suddenly new guy guys and assistant comes to coach, it's sometimes it's difficult to accept for the players as well, but they gave me so much confidence. They made my work so much easy. And then it has always been one game at a time, which has brought us here. Most importantly, we enjoy. And finally, to play against Bengaluru, it's a fantastic opponent. When was the last time they lost? On the 30th of December, I think, against East Bengal, and then they lost against Mumbai. That too in the second leg, which helped them qualify another aggregate, and then 2 in penalties. It's difficult, It's difficult, but like I said, we are out to enjoy, we are out to work hard, and let's see what happens.
Question? Coach Clifford, I'd like to ask you one question myself. Obviously, you won a lot of cup tournaments that in your career as well, the Durand Cup, the Indian Super Cup as it was called back in the day. How are you looking to impart that experience to your boys?
I won some with him as well, who was sitting next to me. They won together, Yeah, but this is the thing is that we can only help them only so much by talking. And then it's the players who decide on the pitch during 90 minutes, hopefully, and not go into 120 minutes. But like I said, it's the players who decide. We can only help them a bit psychologically here and there, but that's the best way.
Any other questions?
Simon, when you came to India, in one of your first press conferences, you said that you're not here on vacation, you want to win things now, maybe need to 3 finals. How much, regardless of what the result is, how much of that has been driven so far?
Yeah, the first thing I said was that I wasn't here just to pick up a paycheck and have a holiday. I was here to win football matches. And through the course of the season, you go through lots of ups and downs. Winning the Durand Cup was a great start, then we had a tough time in the league. Football's not easy. As a player, as a coach, you have to dig deep, find solutions to winning football matches when you're not winning them. And when you are winning, you have to make sure you remain humble and level-headed, that you don't get too carried away with yourself. So we've managed to come through a lot of obstacles over the course of the season. the ISL defeat hurt us, and what we said after the game was, or I said after the game was, we've got one more competition, let's use this as a motivation to go win another competition. So I'm a winner, this man to my left is a winner, the other two from Odisha are winners, and we all want to win as many football matches as possible, we all want to win as many competitions as possible, and this doesn't change with tomorrow night. It's another big game for both clubs, and it's a game that we're really looking forward to. I think both teams will have worked extremely hard over the course of the season, worked extremely hard over the last few weeks to get to here, and everybody knows what's at stake. So yeah, it's got the ingredients of a really good game, and hopefully we can come out on top, no disrespect.
Question for both of you. How much is you spoke about the motivation for tomorrow? How much is playing the chance to play the AFC Cup next season part of it for both?
I think it's a massive thing for both clubs to represent your country in a tournament of that magnitude is very pleasing for everybody. Our football club has been used to that for the number of years, but over the last couple of years we've not had much success, and we've worked extremely hard this year to try and achieve success. And we want to win this competition to get to the AFC as well, and it'd be fantastic for either of our clubs to be representing India in that particular competition. And as I said many times, it's not going to be easy, but it's another opportunity to sample playing a different style, a different culture, different teams.
I think it is the main goal. When you play in ISL, you want to be champion in the league because you want to be the country's boss and you want to represent your country in Champions League. And now that they have given this slot, the AFC Cup slot, a chance at least, there's one more game, but to win this is the ultimate thing. I mean, nothing else matters. Everything comes secondary. We have been fortunate that we have played a lot of AFC Cup tournaments with our club's history. In the last 2 or 3 years we weren't there. We know how it feels, so we would do everything in our power to get back there. But to answer your question, it is the main thing, the main prize of playing ISL or Super Cup is that you want to represent your country and nation. Simple.
Any other questions?
Well, my question is to Clifford once again. Clifford, you don't find too many Indian coaches around in the ISL. Maybe you are an Indian coach in the final. So personally, how much does it mean to you?
How much?
Does it mean to you, being an Indian coach in the final of a tournament like Super Cup?
To be honest, we need to. If I need to answer this question, we need to go a little back. Little back, as in the questions will be why there are not enough coaches in Indian coaches are not there in the ISL. Why clubs are hesitant to appoint Indian coaches as head coaches? And again, the answer is a combination of both. Combination of us Indians as being incompetent, with all due respect, not being able to convince the owners that we are the people, that we can handle the team, that we are good enough. It's our incompetence and it's our inability to not being able to convince the owners. And the second is sometimes we have some very mediocre foreign coaches in the ISL, and it's a trend with all due respect, like I said. It's a trend in India that anything that's foreign is good, But it's also true that we have not made ourselves enough able to convince the owners, to convince the players that we are good enough to do the job. We are good enough to do the job. And unless you keep working hard 2 times more than the people who come here, 2 times more and maybe 3 times, it's going to take us forever. It's going to be always like we are nearly there, and that nearly is never going to come unless we start working rather than start complaining or keep complaining about we are not being given enough chances. The same question I hear all the time, that why there are no enough coaches, Indian coaches. This is the truth. The truth is we are not good enough. The truth is even if we are good enough, we are not being able to convince the people who make decisions that we are good enough. And I think unless we start doing it, it's going to be another 10, 20, 30 years, how many years, you know. But like I said, unless we work hard, unless we make ourselves professionals. Winning and losing is the last. Success is the last. But unless we keep, unless we start being professionals, first of all, start getting ourselves organized, start getting people around us organized, start getting technically to know what we are doing, to convince the players that this is the way. It's going to take a lot of time. So hopefully someday we can change it. Yeah.
Well, my one last question to Simon. Simon, how do you rate Odisha as a team, and how do you look forward to the final tomorrow night?
Well, I'm not giving you any plans of what we've got lined up for them. I think that'd be quite foolish of me to divulge any information to the opposition. Huge amount of respect for the club, because they've got a very well-run football club, some really talented players, a good mixture of injured and some good foreigners, and it's a club that is progressing all the time. To achieve the playoffs for the first time is a great achievement, but it's a club, from what I see, are not satisfied just to have this as the only success. Is to win the Super Cup, to be in the playoffs of the ISL every year, to win the title, win shields, win tournaments. So it's a well-run football club, some good players, and full credit to them. Any team that can get to any final shows they know what they're doing, the players and the coach knows what he's doing as well. So a huge amount of respect for both parties of the opposition.
Any other questions? Okay, if there are no further questions, we'll wrap up the press conference. A big thank you to all of you.